Holcomb has embarked on his second international economic development trip for this year. He's visiting Brazil and Mexico to talk about ag bioscience and agricultural economics. Governor Eric Holcomb joining us now with more on his trip. Governor, good to see you. For starters, this marks your first visit to these countries. How's it been so far?
First, but not my last, I hope. This has been such a reminder about how important it is to get out and hustle and to be face to face with the very folks you're wanting to do business with. Obviously, while it's my first visit to Brazil and Mexico, it's not the first connection or visits that the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. We've had long-standing relations and conversations ongoing. We've had business-to-business relations that are well established in both of those countries and out of Indiana, be it with our Weaver popcorn or Far-Best turkey or maple leaf duck, Corteva, Elanco, Cummins, Lilly,
Sure.
The list goes on and on. But it's always good to say thank you to the companies, Hoosier companies down here, and then to meet in person. And so, yes, this is my second trip of the year, but there will be more to come because of the good that comes from these trips. And when I say good, I mean new opportunity and new investment.
Well, speak to those investments. How have the economic discussions gone?
We've made some progress on some projects that we've been working on, and I hope to have good news to share. It won't be while I'm here, but it'll be hopefully when I'm back at home. And then we've accumulated some new prospects and some new possibilities just by the fact that we're here meeting with large groups of folks who get to hear the Indiana story, which is one of growth and opportunity. And folks want to be part of that. And it means that you got to show up. Mm-hmm. And for a state like Indiana that is such an ag and ag bioscience powerhouse in terms of the One Health space, plant, animal, and human, there's no substitute for being here on the ground in person. And then it also allows us to talk to folks in the manufacturing sector and the life sciences sector. And so we get to wave the Indiana flag and then go as deep into discussions as our counterparts want to. So been extremely productive, government to government, business to business, and people to people.
Well, to that point, Governor, and we appreciate you coming on, what will this mean for Indiana in the long run, the people here?
Yeah, to put it in perspective, in last year through the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, we brought in $28.7 billion in new capital investment committed, and 71% of that $28 billion was foreign direct investment. So that shows you how interconnected the world is and the supply chains are. And for a state like Indiana that grows and makes things, we're the #1 manufacturing state per capita in America. And as I said, we're an ag powerhouse. We feed and fuel the world. And so this allows us to enlarge or expand those operations by meeting with new clients, potential, and soon, I hope, in reality, to build on that momentum. And we have 1,050 international companies already in the state of Indiana, but they're doing business with small, medium, and large businesses in Indiana that are Indiana grown. And so we're all interconnected, and the world is small, made smaller by showing up in technology. And so I like our trajectory. We just got to keep the pedal to the metal and keep developing new relationships.
Governor, did the topic of the border or immigration come up during any of your meetings?
Well, immigration is a topic of concern globally, like I don't think anyone's ever witnessed before, being in Asia, Europe, North America, South America. Everyone agrees on legal immigration and the need for more talent. We've had long-standing relationships, Notre Dame, IU, Purdue, student exchanges with both these countries, Brazil and Mexico. We both agree on the need to eliminate fentanyl. How we go about doing it, obviously, is federal in nature. But through it all, throughout time, these business-to-business relationships are what, and student-to-student relationships, government-to-government relationships are what keeps the fabric together. Mexico just replaced China as America's #1 trading partner. It's critically important to the citizens of Indiana, as it is to the rest of the world, that we continue to grow. And we're going to grow faster together by growing what we do on Hoosier farms and then exporting that to countries all over the world. And that's why these trips are so important.
No doubt. Governor, on a lighter note, and I have about 30 seconds left, I understand you had a chance to speak with Caitlyn Clark the other day. What was that like?
It was exciting for me to know the best is yet to come, because the best is coming to Indiana. And she's going to make really good talent that's already on the fever even better collectively. They're all going to play off of each other. And I just couldn't be more excited that Caitlyn is going to be a real Hoosier when she becomes a star in the WNBA like she has been throughout her career to date.
Exciting times here in the Circle City. Governor Eric Holcomb, good to see you. Thank you for joining us on a very busy night. Thank you.
Good to be with you, and can't wait to be home with you.
We'll see you soon.